Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Ay, hello. Is my volume okay? Wait, I can't hear anything. Wait.
Well, I can hear.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Hello. And welcome to the Larong Atin stream. Um, it's been a while, I guess. Medyo we just did the ABGF, the post ABGF stream, and then now we're back. So yun. Wait,
Mm.
am I logged in? Okay, I'm
Back to
logged.
regular schedule,
Yeah.
our once month schedule instead of
Mm-hmm.
our weekly schedule.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if we have lots of topics to talk about. I don't know if we
Mm-hmm.
can if we
Yes.
can have the weekly
Naman,
again.
pwede pa rin natin namang gawin yun.
Hmm.
Live stream natin mga meeting natin.
Yeah. So, for today, we're going to talk about events that not events that are that we are organizing, but events that we are going to go to, and how did what's the story behind those events? Because there's a lot of events locally and especially also internationally in Southeast Asia, and maybe you don't know about all these events. Actually, I don't know much about these events. So we're going to talk to Dwayne and Sir Freddy about how we got invited to those events, or how did you end up going to those events, and also just sharing a bit about what those events are like. Me personally, I only go to ABGF Singapore, but the other events hindi, I haven't really gone to yet. So, but before that, let's just share also what we've been playing since the last time that we had the stream. So, kayo, Sir Freddy, Dwayne, what have you guys been playing?
Trying to remember if
Well, we
I will.
played River.
Oh yeah,
Oh
we
yeah.
played the river. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I'm trying to remember if last week was sinabi ko na yung currently what people have been playing. Baka maulit na naman. Well, in that ay 2 months pala. So 2 months in a row, I guess. Apologies kung umulit. But I've been playing
Hmm.
Riftbound.
more of this. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's Riftbound. Yeah. Di pala naka-mirror yung camera.
Mm.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basically it's all it's everybody's game right now. So parang nangyayari, syempre, weekly meetups, people play certain games weekly. So may mga the dedicated minis people, the dedicated magic people, the dedicated mga board game people. Pero the nice thing about Riftbound right now is it's becoming parang in between. So
Mm-hmm.
correct, like the flesh and blood players are playing with the magic players are playing with the
Mm-hmm.
sorcery players, and then also
Mm-hmm.
with the minis people. So it's doing that kasi syempre when you normally when you start a card game, my expectation is you just stick to one. Pero apparently so far since sobrang bata nga ng game, like a lot of people are getting into it pa. Pero we'll see. It's really big right now. So ayun.
No,
Walang
so
mechanics yun. Ano agad.
yeah. I
It's
haven't
just
tried it yet.
heuristics agad.
Meron
Ah,
bang meron bang welcome deck or something
oh
on
yeah.
Earthbound?
There's some the interesting thing about Riftbound is yung onboarding product niya is actually a multiplayer board game style, parang party night na product. So it's actually
Mm-hmm.
4 players multiplayer. So
Okay.
normally, di ba,
But
when you expect a demo
uh-huh.
for card games, 2 players lang. So sa kanya
Mm.
design agad for 4 with the
But
intention of
it's
being
a
played by
commercial product. It's not like I remember before Magic and even Fab, they give away free decks na so you just so that you can play. So walang ganon yung Riftbound.
Wala.
Wala
They
pang
do have
giveaway.
print and play.
Oh,
They have
Pero
print
print
and
and
play.
play lang siya.
papers.
Kaya, well,
Sa
Mm.
medyo funny kung I just found out recently kung bakit actually medyo strict sila dun sa print and play. Kung bakit may
Mm.
malaking sample na demarcation. Kasi if you look through the decks, ang daming chase cards. Like for
Mm.
your
In
first
the print
for
and
your
play.
first ever game of Riftbound, let's
Mm.
just say na you're playing with $20 cards.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yung mga
Kaya ginawa
yung
nilang print and play.
yung mga parang medyo equivalent, although not exactly, medyo equivalent na mga boxes, nandun na sila sa loob.
Oh,
The
wow,
ones that will
okay.
allow you to pay for yung mga, kasi sa Refbound, there's two ways you pay normally. You pay in
Mhm.
resource, like in most games, na you tap and then it produces a resource. But there's also another one that you recycle one of your runes, which is your resource. So you send it
Mhm.
back to the bottom of the resource deck. So may tempo loss ka dun, but it's for a bigger
Mhm.
ability. So those chase cards na nasa print and play actually kind of answer for yung payment na yun. So you don't lose your tempo. Kasi yun nga, it's
Mm.
I guess I should have explained the game earlier. Where basically it plays a bit like medyo Hearthstone. If you played Runeterra, if you played Star Wars Unlimited, medyo ganun siya. So tempoed out yung
Mhm.
resource every round na
Mhm.
on your may resource deck siya. So
Mhm.
may tempo loss ka if you want to use really powerful abilities. Except if you have those
Mhm.
cards. So medyo
Mm,
funny
okay.
lang. Parang I just learned out recently. Yun pala yung dahilan kung bakit
Ah,
they
baka
don't
I'll print
give those cards to you.
baka I'll print the print and play since dami ko namang prototyping materials doon. Di
Or
ko
ano
pa
rin,
nalalaro kasi too busy eh. Yeah.
you can actually schedule a demo sa, I think, Neutral Grounds is a lot eh. Na parang
Mm.
yung, everyone has a Proving Grounds deck ngayon. Parang isang araw
Mhm.
nag-demo lang din ako. They just borrowed the deck from the store. Parang,
Mhm.
yun. So, I think you can just learn it from there. Daming nagtuturo. Parang ano sila ngayon, proselytizing. It's the new gospel. It's card games right now. But yeah, so that's
Mhm.
it. Less about the mechanics of the game, pero more about the fact na parang mas flexible yung communities around it. I've been playing some Riftbound.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I think the intellectual property behind it is also medyo popular sa gamers. So
Mhm.
medyo madaling pasukan ng mga tao na nakapaglaro ng League of Legends. And
Mhm.
although ako mismo, I haven't really gotten into it. I have learned how to play it last Gold Rush because I had somebody teach me how to play. Uh, Me, on the other hand, have finally won a local tournament for Star Wars Unlimited after
Mm.
kasi I don't really have a lot of reps in the game. So finally, oh, it paid off kasi so yeah. So that's my major announcement as far as what I've been playing in the past month. Ano ba ba? Yun nga, we
Mhm.
played River. I also
Mhm.
got to play test a couple of games from this Malaysian national who's now residing in the Philippines. And
Mm.
his designs were really interesting. I found it really interesting. So I'll show it to you guys this week, this weekend, I guess.
Uh-huh. Si Ron message pala, he's still on the road. So let's see na lang when he can join.
Mm-mm.
So yun, baka sumali. So ako, I've been busy. Mukhang stuck pa si Ron sa EDSA. So baka hindi na siya makapunta. So ako, I've been busy kasi what happened was 'di ba so we had ABGF, then oops, what's that? Oh, that's my microphone. Okay, I'll just mute something. Um, so we had ABGF, and then when during ABGF, see Daryl was here, and then we also actually even before ABGF pala, we also met Emerson. But after ABGF, everyone was really excited with everyone was invigorated. So nagkaroon ng maraming mga play tests, and me since Emerson is here, I've been digging up my old games to show it to him, and also because I put up I set aside a lot of my personal projects to with for the organizing of ABGF. So yon, so nilabas ko yung puti. So yon, so Emerson tried it, and actually they even talked about it a bit during ABGF. And then I brought out the Pursuit of Aguinaldo because Emerson has what's this, hidden movement games. So I wanted to get his input for Pursuit of Aguinaldo, which I did. Lots of input, so I have to work on that. And then the most recent game I brought out was the Trece Paradox game. So yon, and there's been a lot of playtesting, a lot of back and forth, and I'm now back to developing that game because I was able to before actually Daryl and Emerson both tried it out. And before they tried it out, I kind of felt like I already pushed the game as much as I could. But after their inputs, parang, oh, I was able to see the game in a new light. And I'm trying to simplify a lot of it, make it a lot more elegant, but still punchy with how it before. So yeah, I'm currently developing Trece Paradox, and we're doing some private play testing right now first while I working out some of the kinks, but maybe soon we'll have some more public play testing. And it's actually so much easier to play test now because the last time I really developed it was during the pandemic and we were play testing online, and it was so hard because of internet problems and just
Yeah.
figuring out how to use Tabletopia, and then it's a hidden traitor game. So there's all of these things that made it hard to work out. But now, since we can finally meet up, we can play the game, and it's been so good because when I was developing it before, a game session would take like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours. And the first 30 minutes was just teaching people how to use Tabletopia. I
Yep.
mean, that's
Yep.
how it was such a headache. Um, and then when Tabletopia bugs or whatever, parang, okay, how do you even restart the game? Anyways, but now we're bringing it out. And I thought the game was like an hour, 30-minute game. But in real life, it's actually much shorter because you remove all of the gulo of Tabletopia and online gaming. And the game ends up being like 45 minutes to an hour. So that's such a nice thing that it's actually a relatively quick game. So I'm actually this whole week I've been editing the game, working on the prototype because I have some playtesting tomorrow. And yeah, it's a very exciting development with that game. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
And no, you're still there.
Oh, okay, okay,
Like
okay.
so,
Yeah,
yeah. So I think we can actually move to the main topic of the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
podcast for today, which is yung events.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough, kasi every year, Larong Atin goes to multiple events here and abroad. So
Mm-hmm.
far, our calendar, which we'll announce basically soon, the nearest one is actually a local one. So
Mm-hmm.
it's one of our parang major appearances din. Same lang din with last year. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you found us there, but a lot of people actually got to meet us through this event. So you can have
Yeah.
some context na, di ba? So we got to meet a few schools, some of the future mga media partners natin, actually through this event lang din. So it's already happening in July. And yeah, lately kasi, di ba, let's piece things together. We've
Mm-hmm.
also, starting this month lang, we're now part of a GDAP. So GDAP is a Game
Oh yeah,
Development
yeah.
Association in the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines. And
Yes.
so nagkasabay-sabay. It's a threading of things. And then
Mm-hmm.
saktong-sakto kasi GDAP, so it's a, hey, wait lang. Andito si
Mm-hmm.
Sir Jack. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi!
Hello, hello.
So, si Combat Tropas. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so recently nga, so formally naging member na, di ba? Pero at the same time, we've been working with them adjacent or like pero not in a non-official way. Pero parang most of our projects actually align with game development, even with your partnerships with CSB, ganun. So GDAP, which is mainly a video game na parang association, is also the main organizer, if I'm correct, ng Philippine Game
Mm-hmm.
Development Expo. So,
Mm-hmm.
ayun,
Yeah.
name reveal. So, for our first event, it's PGDX. So, I'm sharing the link sa chat.
Okay, I am sharing. I'm looking for an image that we can share. Let me
Yeah.
see.
So
It's
Larong
gonna
Atin will be
be,
part of the Ludus area. So the
Mm-hmm.
Ludus area will be showcasing
Oh, why is this image so
TCGs,
bad?
miniatures, and also kasama dun yung Larong Atin. So yun. So
so
there's PGDX, Philippine Game Dev Expo.
it's gonna be
Public. You don't
on
have to be a game developer to go.
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be on the 24th to 26th of July.
Oh.
It's gonna be at SMX pa rin. So same venue as last time. And yeah, so we hope to meet you there. Actually, marami kaming reasons to go here. So it's one of the reasons why we're really excited for this event. So aside from getting to show our games off to people, to other game developers, and then we also get to meet yun nga. So
Oops.
basically, it's a relationship, like we're cousins basically with the video game development people. So ang tendency nga is some who design video games also dabble in board games. And then likewise, meron ding sharing of knowledge. So one of our major student partnerships of this year, which is through CSB, a lot of it was formed during PGDX last year. So August din talaga. And so ngayon
When,
July
when
is
was when was the first time that we went to PGDX, and how did we end up there?
a few years ago na eh. Kailan ba
My
yung
third
first
year
PGDX?
na ata ngayon. PGDX is a relatively new event.
Mhm.
It kind of replaces ESGS before, which we
Oh,
really
right,
joined.
right. That. Mm.
Yeah, so
Pero there was a
ESGS.
time na
Mhm.
sabay sila eh.
Mm,
Di ba parang sabay, may year ata na meron pang pareho.
may isang taon na sabay sila. I
Yeah,
think
pero
yung
after
first
nun,
year
it's
na
just
PGDX,
PGDX.
pagkatapos PGDX na,
Mhm.
nawala na yung ESGS. So, uh, but it's the same spirit. It's mainly PGDX is a B2B B2C event. So there's a
Mhm.
lot of industry talk about game developers and academe doon. But at the same time, marami siyang B2C na mga exhibitors din. So they're showing their games, they're showing their and kasama na nga yung Ludus doon. So we're also going to show games which includes Larong Atin games.
Mhm. Ito, nakahanap na ako ng picture. For some reason, ang hirap maghanap ng picture ng PGDX. Wait lang, let's go here. Then, okay. So PGDX, is this gonna work? Ay, what happened? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Pero walang date. Pero, so the date is when?
24 to 26,
July
July.
24, 26. Okay. And then GDAP is the one organizing PGDX, no?
One of the organizers.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Actually,
So,
it's interesting for, even if kunwari, for those who are curious, kunwari if you're interested in learning more about the parang games development scene, ang daming
mhm,
mga indie studios doon, ang daming mga like
mhm,
mga students and then mga semi-professionals na they'll be presenting their games, they'll be presenting yung mga current projects nila doon, and you can try it all for free. So even if
yeah.
medyo parang may B2B siya na branding, it's also
Mhm,
B2C in a way na parang you can directly see what's happening in the
mhm.
industry, and you're welcome to join.
Tsaka, I think there's also like a indie area, so you can go
Yes,
there
there
and then
is.
you
Mhm.
can play independent video, although no, not tabletop, mga video games. So by like I don't know students and indie studios. So yon. I actually haven't gone. Parang may ginawa ako last year kaya hindi ako nakapunta. This year, let me see if I'll go.
I think
Yes.
more and more, eventually, if our influence grows, baka makakita rin tayo ng mga ng indie na tabletop games doon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually. We'll
Mm-hmm.
see.
Yeah.
Last year may pumila to present games sa
Mm-hmm.
atin. So yung mga personal projects lang nila. So we haven't actually checked up on some of them. So kamustahan na lang ulit when we see each other sa
Mm-hmm.
PGDX. So you guys know who you are. Yan. Pero yeah, yun nga like most game developers, even if yung main thing nila is video games, they have a
Mm-hmm.
board game parang as one of their side projects.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, technically, I think parang Larong Atin in GDAP were probably the first tabletop studio in who's part of GDAP, right? Are we?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So
yun, the video game industry kasi in the Philippines has a longer history, and there's a lot of studios, there's like even college courses, and there's a lot of people there. So, yun, but slowly we're also making a stake in as the tabletop side of things. I'm trying to get this. Okay. And anything interesting happened in last year's PGDX? I wasn't there. Eh.
Hmm. Ano ba?
CSB, sir.
Yeah,
I'd
we
always
met
point to
we met a
CSB.
lot of industry side na stuff, and yung media nga,
Mm-hmm.
we were able to talk to some media, tapos but
I think sila Dobie, sila ganun. Yeah.
mm, so
Mm-hmm.
ganun. So this
Ano yung-
year we'll be participating also in the B2B side. So
Mm-hmm.
kung may mga taong interesado sa wholesale, to get wholesale or
Mm-hmm.
pre-rented games. So andun kami, meron kaming malaking area sa may B2C side, pero magkakaroon kami ng table sa B2B side. So yung B2B side, it's going to be for Ludus and Larong Atin. So pwede rin kayo magdala ng games ninyo doon, and gusto nyong i-pitch or whatever, or so yun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Nico, when you ask us what's
Okay.
exciting, you have to
Yeah, yeah.
understand yung frame of mind namin.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but
yeah.
but on the customer side, ng PGDX is one the reason why it's so strong. Parang yung tuloy-tuloy yung ano niya. Yes, marami din siyang ino-offer din for con-goers. So even if yun nga, supposedly nga it's a game dev thing, sobrang welcome ng mga ano, sobrang
Mhm.
welcome ng mga just gamers basically. So there's events, there's competitions, may cosplay, may mga may nagkakaraoke. Uh, medyo may weird na draw yung mga racing simulators. Ang haba ng mga pila nila. So they give you, I
Mm-hmm.
think they give you energy drinks din. So parang, it's a complete convention. Even if, yun nga, parang coming off just from the name itself, you'd assume that it's B2B first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So next, let me check my. So the PGDX is July 24, 26, and then the next event would be another Asian Board Games Festival in Malaysia, which is on August 7 to 9. So what was last year the first time na punta kayong ABGF Malaysia, or was there
So
one before
first,
that?
the
I
first
mean,
time ng Larong Atin to join ABGF Malaysia last year.
I hope this picture looks good kasi medyo low res yung nahanap ko. Oops. It's
Well,
okay, I guess.
okay lang.
Hindi,
It has the date. Yun ang
yeah, yeah, yeah.
importante dun.
Kasi hindi ko makuha yung high res version from Instagram. So, anyways,
Mhm.
there. So, yun.
Yeah, so
But
it's gonna
I
be
heard na,
hosted by. Sige, I'm just gonna share the link so people can
yeah,
find. It's gonna be
yeah. So,
hosted by Luma. So
yes.
it's sending out right now.
Mhm. Yung what I remember, at least the two things I know that happened in ABGF Malaysia that maybe you can expound on is first is it's actually it's a convention in a convention because it's part of the Georgetown Festival. So there's that, and then also it's the time wherein the 18 card game contest results are usually um, announced, right? So, can you expound on yung experiences nyo last year with the Georgetown Festival and the 18 card game contest?
Yeah, so
Actually,
actually,
last year, yung
Mm.
Georgetown Festival, last year was an
yeah.
anomaly. The first time we
Mm.
joined,
Mm.
it was an anomaly because it did not coincide with the Georgetown Festival when it was
Oh,
supposed to.
okay.
So,
Oh,
so the previous
So
year
this
it was,
year, yeah.
tapos this year kasabay siya ulit. So
mm.
it's not really a convention within a convention. It's imagine Georgetown Festival as a town fiesta.
Mm.
Mm.
So
I
Georgetown
guess
is uh, parang
further,
cultural historical section
yeah.
of Penang.
Yeah.
So
Tapos
Mm.
meron
further
silang parang
context na lang.
fiesta.
Sige. So it's a UNESCO heritage site kasi. So
Mm.
it's a very arts and culture focused na site. If I had to, this is a poor description, but basically if I had to like describe it, it's like Akubao X, or it's like an arts culture hub. So medyo not Salcedo, pero yung like remember sa Giho dati. So mas ganun siya. So it's more artsy, it's more it's also basically an island separate from Malaysia. So kaya medyo iba yung culture niya. So
Yeah,
parang
yeah.
with that in mind, yung Georgetown Festival is yung celebration of all those things that makes it unique. So parang
Mhm.
ina-align nila yun normally. So sabi nga ni Sir Freddy last year, hindi nag-align. Pero this year, balik na siya. So part nung draw ng going to ABGF Malaysia is actually being there. So if you notice, hanggang 7 p.m. lang yung event kasi the idea there is sila Chunyan from Luma are actually encouraging you to explore the city after the event,
Mm.
after the
Mhm.
actual ABGF Malaysia.
I heard nga that Penang is like Malaysia is generally a Muslim country, but Penang is like a Catholic island or something like that. I don't know. I heard from someone. I don't know. Yan.
Yeah, that's
Um.
kind of true. Medyo hiwala yung culture niya. I think it's not really a Catholic or ano. It's a bit more of a mix. I think
Mm,
it's culturally very close to what Singapore is.
Hmm.
okay.
So,
And then how was the what happened with the 18 card game contest last year?
judging and basically declaration. So yung announcement and judging happened at ABGF Malaysia last year. So
Mm.
actually, what happened was lahat sila were printed prototypes for the event. So people can also try it before it was announced on the last day of the event. So may live
Mm.
stream pa and everything for that. So yeah, if you can find it, I'm generally happy with the results nung last year. The game,
May, so what happens is there were actually a lot of entries, but only the 10 that were shortlisted were actually available for were printed and available to play. So yun. So ganun yung nangyari. So from those 10, the judges had to decide was which
Mm.
one would win. Ah yes,
mm,
si Ron was able to join us last year. And
Mm.
yes, Penang food is good, very good.
Mm. And how would you say the how was the market in Malaysia? Like the people coming in, how does it compare to Singapore and here? Mm, wait. Let me just check. Sa- Sarap no.
Penang itself is not Pe- well, mm, the, mm, it's not the capital of
Mm, of
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Mm.
So medyo magkakaroon ka ng parang nasa, I guess it's closer to, pag sa atin comparison niya is siya yung Cebu.
yeah.
Mm.
Cebu
Mhm.
ng Malaysia, parang
Mhm.
gano'n. So
Mhm.
the pace life yung mas mabagal ng konti yung
Mhm.
pace,
Mm.
but it's still metropolitan pa rin siya, yung Penang.
Mhm.
Mm.
Uh, the market in Malaysia is not as developed as here.
Mhm.
So it's not as ano, but there are a lot of designers, there are a lot of gamers. So marami namang tao. But
Mm.
this year we expect, since kasabay nga ng Georgetown Festival, maraming dadayo doon from outside of Penang na pupunta ron sa
Mm.
area. So last year was not a very good indication of what the event is supposed to be. Kasi medyo
Mm.
different nga siya ng scheduling.
Mm.
Mm. So that's it. That's it. Also, last year pala, it didn't fit. It didn't coincide exactly. Okay, I didn't know
Mm.
about that.
Parang
Okay, so
it
that's
was a few
interesting.
weeks off last year.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's exciting because that means that you'll have all of the like artsy people going now into the ABGF Malaysia. Mm,
Yeah,
So
because
okay.
I'm actually
Georgetown.
looking forward to being able to finally see what the Georgetown Festival is about, because they keep
Mm,
talking about.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's an international event kasi. So a lot of people actually know from the art scene actually know about it. So
Mm-hmm.
napag-uusapan din namin yun normally. So it's interesting kasi a lot of people will be flying in from mainland and then also from different countries.
So
So
yun.
yeah.
So
Also another
and
ano pala
Malaysia's
like
kind of close. Sorry, you go.
no, another note lang din kasi actually prior to ABGF Malaysia, if meron mga people from who exhibited last year from Penang din actually started their own naman pero sa kabilang island. So basically what's happening now is people are
Mm.
more interested in kasi ganun pa rin it's like groups coming in. So from the
Mm.
mainlanders, I guess you could call them. I don't know the actual term. Pero
Mm.
basically what's happening is parang nagkaroon ng pre-event na before. And then I think
Mm.
the trend right now is so people are becoming more interested. So we're hoping na when they also take it to the to Penang, dala-dala din nila yung crowd of newly interested people. Kasi ganun it's similar to the Philippines in a way na parang a lot of the people that we meet are actually parang first timers, first time hobbyists or families na hindi talaga may background in core gaming.
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking of going to ABGF Malaysia this year, pero may may family stuff that I needed to take care of. So kaya hindi ako makapunta. Pero parang next year sana sana makapunta ako. It looks interesting. Tsaka mukhang I guess all the ABGFs have kind of their own flavors and mukhang Malaysia's is very different nga kasi it's within the Georgetown Festival.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So let me check what's the next list. Kasi actually, yun nga, usually the international events, it's Sir Freddy and Doing That Go. So actually, I'm also learning about these events now. Okay, let's see. The next is, wait, let me change. Kaya wala akong mahanap na image ng, what's this, ng 2026. And medyo low
Oh,
res
kaka
ulit nahanap ko. Meron
yung
ba?
Big F, kaka-announce lang
Yes.
niya actually kahapon.
Okay, kaya hindi ko makanap. But anyway,
Wala,
so the
It's at
mga
Wisebox's
patas yan.
page.
Wisebox page. Okay, I'll look for it. So the next event is Big F. What does Big F stand for actually?
So it's a
I forgot.
Bangkok International Game Festival.
Games Fest. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I
Okay, so that's a Big F.
there
It's
it
at
is. Sige.
Wisebox, yeah, yesterday. Kaka-post lang nila.
Oh, kaya pala.
So yeah,
Kaya hindi ko mahanap. Okay, wait. Let me get the new so I can post it. Okay, let's see. Big F. Slides and okay, image. So actually, yung kasi diba we were in Thailand. Okay. Oops. We were in Thailand earlier nung March.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, nagulat ako. We were in another event that was smaller. I forgot the name, but I was surprised to see how much bigger tabletop. Uh, how would you describe? What
well,
exactly is bigger in Thailand? Like, is it the market, the industry? Because all I remember is they have like 500 game cafes or something like that. But it's a
Yeah.
lot.
it's
It's a lot bigger.
Oh,
it's
it's a
much more
bigger, more mature market.
okay.
Mm.
It's also more culturally embedded. Sa atin kasi
Mhm.
medyo we're still outside, parang outsider niche na cultures pa tayo. Sa kanila it's
Mm.
more actually 'di ba nga there was this one guy na kausap namin. Nagreklamo siya na nabawasan na daw yung nila, board game cafes nila at that rates. Parang kami, yung mababa nyo hindi na match ng peak ng Philippines. Like
Mm. Yeah.
ganun karaming cafes talaga. And also
Do
yung
I
mga
remember?
just the
Do I remember right? It's like 500 in just in where ba?
Bangkok.
In
I
Bangkok.
don't
Parang
remember the
there's
numbers. It's
uh
probably not 500 in Bangkok. Pero like hundreds sila.
in the
Tayo,
hundreds. Yeah.
we barely hit 100. Parang
Yeah. Yeah.
hirap tayo and then that was a lot of the cafes actually. Yung cafe bubble actually kind of popped even before the pandemic. So
Mhm.
mas ganun tayo So mas seasonal moment siya. Hindi siya yung parang mas embedded na nga sa culture na parang there's a board game cafe. Every
Yeah.
other street you go to ganun.
What's
And
what's
then
interest what's interesting in comparison to, let's say, uh, Thailand and the Philippines is pagdating sa cafe, lamang na lamang sila. Pagdating rin sa board games, lamang na lamang sila. Pero sa ibang types of gaming like I guess TCGs, lamang ang Pilipinas. So
mm,
I don't know what it might have something to do with the language barrier
mm,
Yeah. So
because
local
also I
localization.
think what helps the local industry in Thailand is because of the
mm,
language barrier. So what happens is the distributors in Thailand generally have to translate the
Mm.
game. So what happens is they have an experience of uh, kind of publishing dahil nga
Mhm.
nagta-translate sila. So
Mhm.
it's easier for them to go that route. Sa atin naman sa
Mhm.
Pilipinas, because we're very English proficient, we
Mm.
really don't need to translate games, and there's
Mhm.
really no point of localizing the games kasi marunong tayo mag-English.
Mm.
So localization is really a moot point. There really is
Yeah.
no point to do it pagdating sa Pilipinas. But because of that, walang sa Thailand nagkakaroon ng protection yung distributor to the
Mm.
point kasi the gray market has a harder time. So nagkakaroon
Mm.
sila ng protection. It allows them to have that, I guess, budget or
Mm.
courage to develop their own. Kaya
Yeah.
pagdating sa Thailand, mas maraming nagpa-publish. And
Yes.
I'm not talking about yung mga ano tawag dito, yung mga
Localizers.
localizer. Nagpa-publish talaga ng games na
Yeah.
made by Thai designers.
Mhm. Yes.
Uh, I think yung weird situation nila na protected sila because of that language barrier allowed them to develop their own things
Mm.
much much faster and much faster than us. And
Yeah.
the same
Uh,
thing na yung TCGs sa kanila, pag hindi tinranslate to Thai, may problema. Kaya
yeah.
hindi naging laki yung TCG sa kanila.
Yeah, I was surprised when we went there nung March. Ang
Mm.
daming mga localizations of everything, and it's exactly the same game. Like yun, same art, same layout, same
Mm.
rules, everything. It's just in Thai. And the funny thing is actually I was able to buy kasi merong discount bin sa event that we went to in Rangsit. Tapos nakabili ako ng sealed na Dune Imperium na hindi ko pa nabubuksan. So, yun, dadalhin ko sa sa Board Game Friday one day. So, sealed siya na English na discounted like, I don't know, by a lot, by like, I don't know, like 40% off. And then, doon ko naisip na, it's because it's in English. Kaya hindi nila mabenta doon sa Thailand. And
Mm.
even though it was sealed, nasa bargain bin na yung Dune Imperium. So yeah, that's one of the games I have to open. Hindi ko pa nabubuksan.
Pero, ano yun, it's not an indicator na parang English doesn't sell. In fact,
Yes.
actually, medyo may divide nga do. Parang in discussions ng people who prefer to play English games and who prefer to play yung mga localized Thai games. So meron pa rin eh. So mga medium to heavy Euros or yung mga more complex games are actually not always translated. Pero yung mga mediums mo, actually, yun yung magandang indicator. Kasi even the medium ones, the bigger games are already being localized. Kasi the market has been developed to the point na willing na yung like the larger scope of the markets is willing to engage more complex games. Pero syempre, meron pa ring threshold, yung the great barrier of difficulty na dun pumapasok yung English games market. So, meron pa ring very interesting na dynamic na ganun. Kasi the thing I want to talk about Big F is yung setup kasi na Big F is very similar to ABGF. So we'll just transition
Yes.
into it na. So what they do is they get different publishers from across Asia and then Australia din, I think, and then everyone goes there with their own games. Pero they're all in English and ito yung thing, hindi ka required as compared to the other countries na mag-localize ng text mo for the game. What normally just happens instead is meron kang mga game teachers, mga ganun, mga nagde-demo, but speaking in the local language. So these are, they're very good kasi these are bilinguals who can teach both in English and in Thai. And basically, what you'll notice is what happens normally during Big F is they seek yung comfortability ng audience nila, yung nagpapademo. And then they adjust. So pag feeling nila, mas English, preferred, sige, Konya time. Ganun. So switch to English. And then if it's medyo hirapan with the English, they just switch back to Thai. And then it doesn't really, parang, since it's spoken at the language that you prefer, it doesn't really hamper the experience of the game. So yeah, we had a good experience then with the demos there, even with the language barriers. Kasi syempre that's
Mm,
always a big.
yes.
I would say na from the non parang majority English speaking countries, this is Thailand is the safest of it. Kasi
Yeah, yeah.
marunong naman talaga sila. It's it's
Mm,
it's more of a preference thing at this point.
mhm. Yeah, kasi that brings us to let's see. Where's the next destination? Um okay, here. Or did we want to share anything else about Big F? Like ano yung experience niya
Well,
doon
I
last
guess
year?
I'll just talk about it. I guess since I was the only one who got to stay for the whole event.
Oh
So
yeah.
actually, it's a big production. Like Big F is kind of big, in a sense na there was like multiple competitions, and then um in the 3 days na yun, it's a paid event, so may ticketing system siya. But the thing is,
Mm.
there's a lot of parang mga perks by trying the games out, and then pero more importantly, I guess I'd like to just talk about like that, yung prevalence ng local designers. Kasi
Mm.
there's a lot ng mga like independent studios. And then these are not like syempre when we start out, ang expectation is we make independent POD card games or mga ganun, mga smaller
Mm.
na games na are within reasonable production prices. Na a
Mm.
lot of the people there are basically mga Kickstarter level plastics. A lot of them are
Oh.
pushing for mga board games that are, if I can recommend a few, I guess, if people ask. Pero a lot of them are pushing for like mga $60 games or mga $80 games even.
Mm.
So there's a few na these are all local. Tapos when I got to spend time with them, parang I asked them, oh, di ba mahirap mag-translate to like a complex game to a different language. So sabi nila, no, we just sell to the Thai people and then we earn. It's like, huh? So even with the harder games, their market kind of medyo nagiging cushion for them. Kasi
Mm.
they know they can already earn from their own market.
Yes.
If you look at the international expos din, meron handful of Thai exhibitors lang. Pero yung pagpasok mo sa actual sa local scene, ang dami nila talaga. Some of them
Yeah.
parang just don't feel like they don't need to explore the larger market, I guess. Kasi
Yeah,
yun nga,
that's
there's a market inside.
Buhay na sila sa Thailand eh.
yeah,
But
yeah. That's the crazy thing I guess about them is that they can survive on just their local market. Parang nang silang Japan or something like that, diba? Like yun.
probably not
I'll post pala the
limited,
link.
but big
What?
enough to have like multiple
Oh.
uh, indie publishers na talagang seryoso sa Thailand.
Mm.
Also, an interesting thing is if you go to Essen, Thailand is one of they have a very, very big area na supported by their government where the Thai publishers can just be there and then exhibit sa Essen. Uh,
Mm.
so yun, that's one of the things that hopefully eventually happens for us here in the Philippines as well,
Mm.
that we
Mm.
get support from the DTI. Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. So if you guys are interested, I think maybe yon. If anyone's interested, you have ABGF Malaysia. That's close by. Thailand is also close by, and you don't need visas for both. Yeah, I don't think we need visas for both. So if you wanna check out games, I guess yeah. So I guess ABGF Malaysia, yeah, you can go for the cultural stuff also, and then Big F, you can see the many local Thai games that usually don't go out because they don't need to. Okay, next event. So this one I think is a first, right? Wait, let me upload the picture. Let's see. Oops. Oh, there's the button. Okay. I hope the picture is nice because um okay, let's see. Actually, it's that's all I could find. So, tada, it's Toby. So, the Taiwan original board game is it exhibit or
Expo.
expo? It's expo. Okay. Taiwan original board game expo. So, oh right. So, ABGF Malaysia is organized by our friends Luma. So sila Chunyen. And then Big F is organized by our other friends, which is Wisebox.
Yeah.
And then Toby is organized. Si Smokes, right? Isn't Smokes the organizer of
Yes.
Toby? Yes. So
So
by
TBD.
Taiwan Board Game Design. So Smokes, who we also he was actually my what do you call this? My partner in the game jam in March. Si Smokes. So he's the organizer of Toby. So some of his games are like the Garden. Um, I mean the games he published. So Toby is happening on here September 25 to 27. This is our first time in Toby, right?
Yes.
Yes.
First time in
Uh,
Toby.
so what are the challenges since this is in Taiwan?
Language barrier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So we'll
ano?
definitely need a local to
Mhm,
demo for us. We'll also probably need to have our games, the games that. So what's gonna happen there is we're probably gonna have to limit the number of games that we
mhm,
bring,
Mm.
and then but those games have to have a local translation, a
mm,
Mandarin translation,
Mm.
para we can actually sell there.
mm.
This is a big experiment for us because I think uh, yung Taiwan is a very mature market.
Mm,
So I have a lot of respect for the Taiwanese designers. Who
yes.
have there's a lot of Taiwanese designers who have seen international success na rin.
Mm,
So yeah, this is going to be interesting for us.
mm.
But
Yes.
Mm.
mhm.
No,
I've
I'm
been to
yeah, go.
an
I'm
event.
just finding a link of Toby. So here I found the link.
I've
Okay.
been to a Taiwan Taipei Game Show before. I went to
Mm,
Taipei Game Show. Tapos yung Taipei Game Show, meron siyang tabletop section.
mm,
So, yun, marami kang makikita talaga rin na Taiwanese publishers. And then kasabay ng Taipei Game Show, meron rin yung
oh,
Taipei Book Fair.
Book
Sa
fair.
Taipei Book Fair, ang laki din ng section ng tabletop. It's even bigger.
yes.
Yeah.
So, medyo talaga eh. ah, sa Taiwan yung ah, yung board games or tabletop is
Yes.
very much integrated into their culture na.
Mm,
Mm.
Naunahan pa nila yung Thailand dun sa board game cafe boom.
Yeah.
mm, yeah.
We also have a lot of friends there. And actually, nung ABGF Singapore, kami ni Phoebe yun yung, we were trading notes. So
Mm,
apparently, in terms of language, English shy sila. Pero hindi siya, it matters most sa product, like sa actual rules na ng game. But in communication, they're just a bit shy about English. Like, syempre yung mga confident stuff. But
mm,
Phoebe said yung market, I think right now, where Toby will be held is actually the best market for parang trying out new games din. Kasi
mm,
it's a country that has a parang event na basically is, alam mo yung mga DIYs niyo, ganun siya. Like you
mm.
can sell your DIY PODs, yung
Yeah,
even
yeah.
smaller form, parang like fewer components, ganun. Gagalaw siya. Like you can have a whole event just about those small games and then gagalaw yung product. So medyo ganun talaga sila into gaming. And it shows eh. Like culturally din, if you watch some of their shows, it's just everywhere. Parang it's a more common language pa than Thailand. Which is already kind of ano na, parang a
Mm.
given na it's part of their culture.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kimpon is online
Oh,
watching
hello.
YouTube.
and I
Hello.
think they're online in YouTube. I think it's through YouTube.
Mm.
We
Here,
can still show them. Ayan.
yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Hmm,
Hello, hello.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
Hopefully
So
one of these days
featured
we can
that
go to Korea as well.
feature destination.
actually Smokes was talking about, right, that they have a smaller event where it's all cheap games or something like that. It's all homemade POD type
Yeah.
games. I can't remember what it's
Yeah.
called. Um, but yeah, so basically they have a they have an event where I think you have to. I don't know if I'm remembering correctly. Like you have to sell your game at $3, $3 Taiwan or less or something like that. So people go and they just hand make their games. They just cut paper and then that's what they that's what they sell basically. But so it's very like indie. You're just experimenting and trying new stuff. It's and that platform is just for those guys so that they'll eventually come up with something, and it's good to have events like that so that because if you mix them all in one event, then they get overshadowed by the
Yeah,
big dogs, right? So it's kind of good to have the small dog events
yeah.
like that.
It's good to have like specific events for
Hmm.
uh the smaller guys.
Yeah.
If you mix them all together, talagang they get dwarfed by the big publishers. And then
Yeah.
of course yung budget, people's budgets are gonna be siphoned off by the big flashy booths and the big
Mm.
flashy games with a lot of marketing budget.
Yeah.
So it's really important for there to be events for smaller businesses, smaller publishers.
Mm. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that event. It's something like less than $3 event or something something like that. I can't remember the name.
Three Taiwan dollars, really cheap, huh?
I
Hindi
don't even,
naman.
maybe the number's wrong. Maybe I got the
Yeah,
number
yeah,
wrong.
I think the pricing was around 250 pesos
Yeah,
parang
yeah.
Hundred.
when
So,
we
yeah,
computed it. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
I
and
can't
another
remember.
thing about those kinds of events, kasi parang medyo game jammy siya in a sense. Na even the bigger publishers, like if you want to join, you'll have to play within the parameters then. So for a lot of them, it becomes parang a creative pursuit. Na I'll
Mm-hmm.
test a mechanic here. If it's well received, sige, let's develop into a bigger game. So it's not just about emptying your stock. Eh. It's about seeing
Yeah.
which parts work. Like for this prototype that I'm selling, if it
Mm.
works or which parts doesn't work, I can iterate it into a bigger product. So ganun sila ka adjacent to their creative industries na even yung kanilang special commercial events are also parang in service to developing games.
Well, so okay. So that's Toby. So Toby's a risk because so yeah, so far we were easy kasi easy mode yung PGDX kasi local. Tapos Malaysia still somewhat easy kasi English. And then Thai, okay, may konting difficulty. But yung Toby, yon medyo you can't go there as an exhibitor na wala kang plano because yun, the market doesn't speak English, and so you really have to plan it out for the language barrier. And that's also one reason why, like, I don't think we have any. Baka meron pala. So I'm gonna check our list. Um, we don't have any events yet slated for Japan, right? For the Japan events, because that's even
Not
more difficult, I think.
Not for
yet.
Yeah,
2026.
yeah,
Not
not yet.
but maybe the
Yeah,
near future
Hmm.
yeah.
we will consider
Kasi
it.
you have to you for those for Japan, Taiwan, yun, you have to prepare because the language barrier is a big deal. But also those are the most mature markets in Asia, right? I guess Japan probably being the most, and then maybe Taiwan,
Mhm.
and then maybe
Korea.
Singapore, then maybe Korea. I don't know where
Yeah.
South Korea goes there. Maybe Bright has
Korea
a
is pretty high. Korea,
yeah.
that they have ang interesting sa Korea, they have like giant publishers.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
KBG. They have
Mm,
KBG.
yeah.
Uh,
So yeah.
Taiwan
So
Taiwan has its equivalent, but I think they got bought out by
mm. Oh,
Yeah.
and
By
Taiwan
a
also
even
has
larger company.
and Taiwan has its own manufacturers, even though it's smaller.
yeah,
So I guess
yun
that
that's the
Yeah.
helps.
interesting thing about Taiwan. They have their
Mm,
own factories for board games.
Hmm.
Uh,
yes.
and Swan Pan has
Yeah.
they've been around for so long. Swan
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pan
Yeah.
Media.
Fun fact, Swanpan publishes in Thai, like language. Kasi
Mm.
they've been around for so long na they were able to explore yung Asian market
Mm.
to that scale.
Mhm.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yun, at least for 2026, Taiwan is our experiment, and we don't have any events yet for Japan and Korea. But let's see where 2027 will take us. Okay, what's oh, I don't know this next event. Okay, this
So
one, the
that's
next one.
actually
Okay.
it's a major show. So ano ulit back to Thailand. So it's the
Oh,
Thai board game show.
oh, okay. That's what that means.
Mm.
Okay. Let me look for, um,
I,
let
I
me look
I
for.
asked Milk when the days for the event should be, pero hindi pa
Yeah.
rin siya nag-reply. So
So
basta later this year.
I think we're at the point. Yeah, we're at the point where the pub mats that we're sharing are gonna probably be, um, like they don't have much details yet because the events are still kind of far off.
Conceptual.
So, um, yeah, they haven't been. Oh, they're more conceptual. They haven't been. They haven't made the clear pub mats yet. But here I found one. And it's in the caption is in Thai, but it does say 2026. So I guess
So,
this is their
which reminds me,
um
for
hmm.
Toby, we need
Okay,
to
sir.
send a Larong Atin logo
Okay,
to
let's take
Smokes.
it.
Naging meeting na.
Oh yeah, sige.
Oh, okay, okay,
That's one, Jay.
okay. So okay, I shared the link of Toby. Okay, here is TBS. Okay, let me see. TBS Thailand
So
Board Game Show.
actually, the thing about TBS is parang I think last month or a few weeks ago, kakatapos lang ng one of their events. So that was the Thai Board Game Awards. So
Mm.
again, returning
Oh
to
yeah,
the
so
Thai market, they're
yeah, but
awarding.
yeah,
Hmm? They're
that's how
awarding
mature.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
locally. Like you
yeah,
the nominated ones are just local games. So ganun
yeah,
ka-mature yung market nila that they have parang that level of variety to actually hold an award show for
yeah,
just local design games. So yeah, so it's
yeah.
the same. It's from our friend Sila Milk. So
Mhm.
that's BGN Square. So
Yes,
this is their flagship event, yung Thai board game show. So
yeah.
the Thai board game awards was a
Oh,
smaller event
that's
compared to this pa. And then
uh,
actually this is actually quite a big show.
okay. Let me look for a link for. Oh, here it is. So they have their own Facebook page. Okay. So this
There's
is.
TBS last year, so you can show that.
How was that? I actually don't know. I don't think you guys told me yet about how the TBS was last year.
We weren't at TBS last year.
Oh, you weren't there last year.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why.
Ang pumunta dyan si Des.
Okay.
So, but I wasn't able to go.
Mm,
So hindi ko pa siya talaga alam yung vibe. I'm just
mm,
basing my vibe from pictures and description ni Des. So hindi ko
mm,
pa siya masyadong gets kung ano ba talaga siyang klaseng events. But it's
mm,
It's
not,
a
it's it's a mix eh. Kasi hindi siya talaga may international din siya.
hmm.
So the big publishers will also be there. So that's one of the things that's going to be different for that. So we'll
mhm,
see how that affects. I know, but Thailand being a more mature market, hopefully, it's still going to be a
mhm,
good show for us.
mhm,
It's the one set in a mall, like a multi-level siya. So kind of similar to ABGF Malaysia, which is also in a mall, pero
mm,
just a bit bigger.
mm, mm.
I'm looking at the older photos from last year. So yeah, wait, let me look
Mhm,
for. And so may gallery sila, multiple galleries ng photos lang from last year. So it's like a
mhm.
multi. Can I send you this image? I don't know how to.
Oh, you wait. You can also upload it. I think there's a
Yeah.
little button here.
So here, wait, I'm sending it to Facebook chat.
Okay. Sige.
It kind of looks like this. This was
Okay.
from last
I'll
year.
I'll look for it. Okay. Oh, wow. That looks pretty big.
Diba? Yep.
Wow. And yeah, okay. Let me That's a nice image. They
So
really blinged it up. Okay. TV.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. This is from the Thailand board game show. Where is this one? Because so Big F is where in Thailand? Because I guess that's the other thing about Thailand is that
Hmm.
um, like let's say Philippines, right? Generally, the events are kind of have to be in Manila because it isn't mature enough yet to have it regionally, like in Cebu or wherever. But in Thailand, they kind of already have events all over. So Big F was where in? Oh wait, I think it's here.
Well,
Let
it's
me
in the
see.
name. It's in the name of the
Oh,
show.
oh, B means Bangkok. Okay, I thought it meant board games. I'm so sorry. Okay, so okay, Big F is in Bangkok because B stands for Bangkok.
mm,
Okay, I thought it
Yes.
was Board Game International Game Festival. Okay, sorry, sorry. Okay, now TBS. Okay, I don't know where this is though, but it's in a mall. Well, is this also
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Bangkok?
yeah, it's
Also
still
in
in Bangkok,
Bangkok.
I see.
but
The,
I
the
think it's a
event.
different mall.
Hmm. The event we went to in March was a little smaller, but it was in Rangsit. So I
Mm-mm.
don't know if
Yeah.
Rangsit is technically in Bangkok. Maybe it's like a
No, no, no.
no, no, nah, it's not anymore. Okay,
Parang sa
but yeah,
labas na siya. I think it's,
mm,
but not too far from Bangkok, but it's still
yeah,
kind of, siguro, ano siya, ano ba pwedeng sabihin natin?
it's like Alabang.
Tapos, parang gano'n, oh,
Tagaytay. I'm not sure.
something like
Again.
that. Medyo malayo na. Medyo out of
Yeah,
main Bangkok, but still kind of near.
Hmm.
mm, yeah. So hopefully you guys are seeing more or less a view of how the board game events are all across Southeast
Yeah.
Asia. So here's board game show Thailand, and you can see in the picture so much localization. So there you can see the Ticket to Ride in Thai. You can see Dracula versus Van Helsing is Mandu, right? So that's
Mandu, yes,
Korea.
it's a
Yes, okay.
Korean.
And then
But yeah, like
I don't recognize the other stuff.
it's a
What's that? El Dorado? El Dorado is that Days of Wonder or something? But I guess
uh,
it's El Dorado. Let me
no,
check.
there's a lot of localizers ng ano. Any old game ngayon medyo ano.
Yeah.
Pero yung
Quest
interesting dyan, sir, if you look at the photo, andyan pa rin si ano, si
Oh,
Board Game
Ravens.
Nova.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yung
Yeah.
the Board Game Cafe app.
Yeah, I actually I took a picture of it because it's also board game Nico Valdez.
Oh
Kasi
yeah, I
NV.
guess.
Their symbol kasi their acronym is BGNV. So
But
so
yeah.
yes. Oh sorry,
So,
El Dorado is Ravensburg. Ravensburger. Sorry, Ravensburger. Okay.
but yun nga eh,
Um
by the time they reach Thailand, it's a different like localizer. So, may ganun
yes.
tendencies, di ba? So, someone picks it up and then they distribute it on their own. Yeah. And
Mhm.
then, yun, if you look here, like these are actual, parang the real numbers. Like, there's a lot, like, the market is big enough for them to have, like, actual mainstream numbers. Yeah, so
Mhm.
you don't have to fluff up the numbers for these.
Mhm. It's like a mall because
Hmm.
events in, events in malls versus events in, like, let's say ABGF Philippines was in Bayanihan. So with Bayanihan, um because it's out of the way, people who have to go there, parang sinasadya nila to go there. So generally you're going to get more of the core market and people who are interested because of friends and ads and stuff like that. But with a mall event, you get just random people who just happen to be passing by. So that's where it's interesting because you can see like these people who are passing by, they're just randos. They're not necessarily board gamers, but they still like lined up and checked out what was happening. So that's where you can kind of see the maturity of the market is just random people have an interest and might even buy games just by passing through a mall. So yeah, you can see this mall. Hmm.
It's a Union Go event.
Yeah, and you don't even see many demo tables, right? It's mostly selling tables. So,
Hmm.
I guess that means something also because then that means that people kind of know about the games instead of having to be demoed and sold the games. But But I guess now that I think about it, when we went to Thailand in March, some booths didn't have demo tables, but some did. I think like the more indie publishers had the demo tables, but the more mainstream games they didn't even have anymore. They're just you just
Mhm.
go and you buy. Mm.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is TBS. And then the last event so far, because you never know, maybe new events will pop up, is of course, where is this? There's no good pub mats yet, so I'm just gonna post the
Last year.
image from last year. Yeah, is is ABGF Singapore. Oops, where is it? Did it come up? Oh, there. That's all I could find. So ABGF Singapore. This last year it happened towards the end of November, and it was in the National Library of Singapore. When before it was in a mall in Fusionopolis, but now it's in the it. Well, I don't know about this year, but last
Like,
year it
yeah.
was in the National Library. Mm.
Ano na lang, like, in the, I'm not sure what I can disclose, but basically, it's gonna
Mhm.
be December na. And then the venue, yeah.
Yeah,
You
yung
don't know yet.
venue. Basta I think this year the ABGF will be much more, how can I say, mas bongga. It's
Mm.
Mm.
gonna be part of a bigger thing.
Mm.
Oh,
It
really?
found a home. Ganun na lang.
Huh?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It
so
low-key found a home. So parang ganun na siya.
so for context, Sir Freddy and I don't know if Dwayne is also part of it, but they're part. I think they're part of the ABGF Council. I am not part of the ABGF Council, so I don't know the secret details that they know. So okay, so
Hindi
I'm
pa
I'm also hearing
na-announce
this
eh.
for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's gonna be, so eto na lang. We begin, ang clue is the dates of the event will be December 4 to 6.
Mm.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
December
if
4 to
if
6.
you know
Okay.
stuff about Singapore, you
I
know
do
what
not know.
that means.
Oh, I do not know stuff about Singapore, so I don't know.
Yes, about the events for geeks and nerds.
Yeah, I,
Mm.
do, I don't
Like a
I don't know.
major
But
event.
anyway, okay, December 4 to 6. So at least we can also sort of plan our own flights and like whoever is gonna go with us to ABGF Singapore. So ABGF Singapore is so me, all these other events that have been said so far, I haven't gone to. I've only been to ABGF Singapore, and eventually I'll figure out how to get to the other events too. But
Mhm.
ABGF Singapore, I've been there three,
Three
I think
times.
3 times. I think this is gonna be my fourth time to
Mhm.
ABGF Singapore. And well, first of all, I always like going to Singapore because the food is good and cheap.
Mhm.
The hawker food is it's
Mm.
always we always look for hawker food
But
to eat.
that's but that's the
Mm.
thing about going around in Asia.
Yes, everything is good.
Everywhere the food is good.
Yes,
Everywhere
yes,
the food
yes.
is good. I cannot say the
Good
same
and
about
cheap.
Europe.
Mm.
Good and cheap. Yeah, yeah.
Good and cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. I especially look for like Indian food because we don't have that much Indian food here, but in the Indian food in Singapore is pretty good. Um, so there. And then what can I say about ABGF Singapore? ABGF Singapore has a lot of good games and a lot of like high level publishers are there. Um, like a lot of the um, so there are publisher staples like of course Origame, Larong Atin, Luma, Wisebox. Like there are staples, but there are some kind of public high level kind of makes them sound like they're so much better than everyone, but just good publishers that only
Yeah.
go to ABGF Singapore, right?
Mm.
So like the first time I went actually I think had the most varied because the Japanese publishers were there. So Hobby Japan was there, Iten was there, what's the other one? Oink Games was there,
Mm.
and I really liked the Japanese games. Um, Then I don't know why they haven't come back. But then, like the second year I was there, Sashi wasn't there. But last year, Sashi was there. So and like the second time I played Come Sail Away, I really wanted it, but since Sashi wasn't there, I wasn't able to buy a copy. But last year, Sashi was there, so I was able to get a copy. And then I think so there are publishers that come and go. Some ABGFs, these publishers here, sometimes they're not there. But there are consistent publishers. But generally, I think you're going to find a lot more, I guess, mature publishers is the better way to describe it in ABGF Singapore, because maybe they're not yet, they're still kind of feeling around if like they want to go to the other events. But ABGF Singapore is like a tried and tested event. That's why they're like, okay, sure, we're going to go there. So if you want to play a lot of games, um, ABGF Singapore is a good place to go to.
Yeah.
And then,
Also, their market is also very mature, so very discerning, very it's
yes.
interesting what you can hear or learn from them. Kasi
Mhm.
not just designer to designer, pero kahit yung mismong yeah, so I guess onting context, last year is the first
Mhm.
time na nasa National Library siya, which is well, public din naman yung Fusionopolis. Pero kasi it's a little more like it's a bit different kasi Fusionopolis is basically a workplace. So
Mhm.
mas weekday affair siya. So yung
Yeah.
weekend niya is compared sa NLB na mas talagang mas everybody's just there because it's a solo
Mhm.
fair, people go through it.
Yes.
And then so yung audience was slightly different.
Yeah.
There's more people in general, pero
Mm.
medyo nag-mix na. So hindi na
Yeah.
siya parang for na dinadayo in
Mhm.
Filipino terms.
Yeah. Before
Yeah.
kasi yung Fusionopolis is, even if it's, it's still in the city, but it's
Mhm.
on the outside parts of the city. So yung
Yeah.
Fusionopolis, and then it's yung the buildings around it are mostly yun nga, office, not really residential. So on weekends, the crowd gets kind of sparse for the random people, but dinadayo talaga yung ABGF before. Pero yun
Yeah.
sa
Yeah.
ngayon, last year sa NLB, talagang you will get random people who are just there for the library, and since it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the middle, talagang, oh, what's this? And hindi sila
Yeah.
takot
Yeah.
maglaro. People who
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
just like they're not afraid to try games.
Or like random joggers. Ang daming mga joggers na kasi yung booth namin nandiyan medyo nasa labas. So ang daming mga joggers na parang kami yung tinatanong kasi kami yung nasa labas.
Mhm.
So ayun. Pero interested naman sila. But I do miss in Fusionopolis, there's a restaurant on the basement with really good spicy noodles and like parang asado. I kind of miss that
Mm.
kasi every time we eat there all the time before, but now parang I mean last year we weren't able to eat that. Um Yun. Oh, and um it's English speaking. So if you because like there's a lot of innovative games in like the I'm guessing because I haven't been to, but like in Japan, in Taiwan. So those kinds of games, they kind of you might there's a high chance you're gonna see them in Singapore, but already in the English versions. So at least it's if you don't speak those languages, you can they've already localized or translated it to English for you for ABGF Singapore. So that's how I was able to get my Hobby Japan games and yeah, mostly the Hobby Japan games. And
I'm
then
trying to look for sorry. I'm trying to look for the for the Lamyan bar na we went to. Sa may by the base.
mm.
Sorry.
Oh yeah,
May
this we always
na-trigger
eat
na.
this Indian
Yeah.
restaurant. Yeah.
So there's one in the one where Jeffrey takes us. Where I went there 3 times parang last year. So I took Nikki rin dun. So parang, yeah.
Mm.
So the food in Singapore is great. But you need to find parang
And
places na yung
and surprisingly, because the National Library event, was outdoors, although may roof naman. And so at first when we heard about it, we were kind of afraid that it would be too hot or too humid. And actually during ABGF Singapore last year, it rained. So it was actually very humid. But it wasn't so bad. It's not, I guess, since Singapore is still very green, it's not as
Well,
how the heat here is pretty bad when it gets pretty hot in like the very
it, it's
cemented
it.
areas.
There are moments that it's hotter in Singapore, pero I guess hindi lang. I don't know. I guess hindi masukal, if that's a term that you'd
Mm.
like to use.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Pero I thought naman na we'll be doing outdoor events sa Philippines.
Yeah, definitely. We cannot
Yeah,
do that.
it's a bit hard to do that.
So if anyone's interested in actually going to these events, let us know so that we will see you there, I guess. Because yeah, we sometimes see some Filipinos in me because I went to Singapore. Like I remember seeing Rami there. I don't know why he
Mm.
was there, but yeah, we saw Rami.
Mm.
Si Roel, we always see Roel, but he lives
Well,
there, so it's different.
Rami's
Um,
there because of the ano
why was
uh
Rami there?
oh yeah, with the
the
Singapore
anime
Expo.
what's its name? Anime Expo?
Yeah,
I
it's a
forgot the
big
name.
one.
Yeah,
Nagsabay, for some reason, sumabay na naman.
Anifest.
Yeah.
I remember
Mm.
the name of the
Uh,
organizer, but I can't remember the name of the event.
Mm.
It's
Oh,
organized by
nice.
Sozo,
A,
Shonchip,
AFA?
AFA
Yeah,
Anime Festival Asia. Yun.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's super big.
So dati ang kasabay ng ABGF, although hindi the same venue, is always nakakasabay niya is Anime Festival Asia, AFA. So ngayon,
Hmm.
this year, may makakasabay siya ulit.
A different
Mm.
big event.
Yeah.
Equally big
And
event.
this one, I'm excited to also go check out this event. Yeah.
Mm.
Pero I'll
Okay.
leave it to Origin to spoil that.
Okay, okay, okay. Sige, I will ask questions but after the stream. Yeah, I don't know what I can ask. Eh. So actually the event scene is very big and busy, and I'm actually surprised because like a lot of the designers like me, I only go to a few, but a lot of the designers go to all of them, so I don't know how they even find time to design games while attending all these events because I'm sure it's very tiring. And they also go to the international events um like I think Daryl was just at Gen Con.
UK
And
Games
then
Expo.
it's an UK Games Expo, and then people are going to Essen and Gen Con. I think it's August also. So yeah, I don't know how designers have time to design with all the events they're going to. But that's a glimpse of the event situation here in Southeast Asia, and it's growing. So, yeah, if you wanna, get a different feel of board games, can try to schedule a small out of the country trip. Most of these places don't have visas requirements.
Uh,
In Taiwan.
Taiwan, I think kailangan na ng Taiwan ulit ngayon. There was a time
Oh,
hindi. I'll have to
really?
research that. Yeah,
Oh.
parang tinanggalan nila yung visa-free ng Philippines.
Mm.
Not quite sure. I have to check.
Oh, no, because I might be going to. Okay, I better check that out. Okay.
Pero last time nagpunta ako kasi hindi kailangan. Pero parang I read somewhere na kailangan na naman ulit
Mm.
ngayon. So hopefully hindi or they only need a visa for longer stays. So
Mm.
hopefully ganun
Okay.
na lang.
Okay, I better check that too kasi I think we're going to Taiwan sometime. Okay. Okay. Um I think that's our schedule for this year. And then of course next year again ABJ Philippines, and
Yeah.
then this whole series of events again. I mean that every year, that's just every year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if
Dadagdagan pa
you're
natin
Oh yeah, madadagdagan pa. So,
natin.
yeah, just a glimpse of like I mean, publishing is also a lot of work. It's a lot of fun work, but it's a lot of work, and the costs of like just marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I found the sorry, I found the place. Yung sa Lortelok na braised beef noodles. Anyway, that was why I was out of it for a bit.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's in Lortelok if anyone wants to look it up. Parang we
Mhm.
support. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much the year because we've only promised until end of December. So no more future plans after that na i-announce muna kasi there's a lot actually in between. So there's not a lot of time left pero we were hoping sana to squeeze in some updates with the games na are in
Mhm.
production. Do you think we have time for that or do you want to set it for a different time na lang?
I guess we can do a bit. Yeah, I
So
would.
I guess we can start with the ones with we've already announced. So
Mm.
yeah, so Combat Run I guess.
Mhm.
So Combat Run Comics Combat Arena is actually almost here. Pero there's an even sooner one.
Mm.
So in terms of production, the nearest sa timeline is actually Encantadia. So
Mm.
get excited. Ano lang,
Mm.
wait lang. We're
Encantadia.
gonna drum the hype drums in a bit. Chill lang muna tayo. But basically, it's almost just there.
Mhm.
I can't talk any further kasi basically, kulang na sabihin ko nandyan na. But it's not. But it's the closest one. So as the days come, as the release comes nearer, we'll just announce more and more, and we have a lot of exciting plans for it. Ano lang, chill lang, lapit na.
Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Okay. And then, wait, where's, sorry, I am, okay. What else are we working on? So, ayun, I already mentioned it earlier that I'm working on 13 again. But we're doing some private play testing first, but we'll see when we can open it up
Mm-hmm.
to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're fans of 13, let me know. Actually, you probably can message me already, and I will just note it down so I know who to talk to contact once we're gonna start playtesting publicly. Yeah.
And I
There's
think
also
puti,
ano,
it's just art
yes.
na lang yung kailangan matapos, di ba? With
For
puti. Puti.
Yeah, so yung
yes,
collaboration with Origame.
yeah. So our collaboration with Origame, it's in production. The game design is set, and we're working now on the art and the other stuff like the rule books and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Also, Hari ng Palamig should
Hmm.
be soon.
Yeah.
Uh, patapos na rin ata yung art nun, I think.
Yeah,
Mm.
And
the art there, ano lang, it's
I
actually
saw an update
uh,
earlier today.
yeah,
Mm.
it's in a very close pipeline. Ano lang, timing lang na release. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, we've had a positive relationship with yung artist then because it's also a collaboration with Daryl specifically, and
Mm.
more details will come as the release comes sooner. Pero yeah, we're also excited for that. So again, stay tuned for these. We'll be announcing them more formally. Parang ano lang din, medyo excited lang din kami. So we always kind of want, if possible, to slip in yung, ay, malapit na to, malapit na to, malapit na to.
Mm. Mm.
Kasi a lot of times when we say something, it's much closer than we can say. So parang ganun na lang, without over-promising.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a busy year. It's a busy next few months, pero it's a good kind of busy. And we're excited to share yung products of our busyness with you. Uh, pero una muna, PGDX muna. It's in a month. We'll see you
Mm-hmm.
there. Drop by.
PGDX.
Even closer. Ito pa. If anyone's interested, tomorrow and the whole weekend, Larong Atin will be joining Neutral Grounds and One Ayala
Mm.
for their parang Father's Day event. So we
Mm.
got to talk to NG and Wanayala, and then we were able to set up parang a board game, yung basically larong atin, and then maybe some ABGF games that you'd like to
I
try out. You
Oh
can
yeah.
do demos there. So we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, if you can make time for it. And then I think that's us for now. We're hitting cinematic levels of length. Feature film na tayo ngayon.
Oh,
And we'll see you again next month, or unless merong mas urgent na
meron pala
announcement.
this weekend, Marvel Superheroes Magic the Gathering
Oh
pre-release.
yeah, also for the Magic players, pre-release din. Sabay-sabay. Oh, so ano na,
Daming pinapakinggan. Father's Day
time to
din.
do the
Happy
broken
Father's Day sa
popper
mga tatay.
combo. Oh yes, happy Father's Day. And to everyone
Yeah.
here. Ako lang yung hindi tatay. Okay, so we'll see everyone. Okay, bye. And then drop messages if you want for
Bye
any
bye.
questions, clarifications, or anything. Okay, this is Larong Atin Podcast signing off and see you. Wait,
Okay,
ending
bye
the
bye.
stream. I